Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Yard line.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56. Gone. Hot. Over. Hot.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Room to run inside the 40. And cuts out right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Mayfield. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Hauschka with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can.
There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body, putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And now running right through it. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The last two runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
It's Coleman here, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tevin Coleman on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. We haven't even escaped the first half. He's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Detroit!
Mike 48. Here we go.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gun! Detroit!
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit!
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Motion. Motion, motion. Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone!
On 1st down, Allen. Now he'll let it go on the run. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. He's checking.
To throw on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First carry for James Conner. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. Finding Gabriel complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will get him one closer. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back now in Buffalo. Throwing on first down is Allen. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills had on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good. The 32-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Denzel Perryman in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's into the clear. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run again with Bernard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Lucky 56.
This is Coleman. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Allen now on first down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41, 20, 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
We like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8th. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now from the 50. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our